This is the iBot, I-B-O-T, by Mobius Mobility. They're out of New Hampshire, and it's American made with Toyota technology. As you can see right now, I'm in a balance mode. I'm actually up on two wheels. You see how tight my turning radius is. It's very maneuverable, and my favorite mode. On a ship, the ship rocks, you will literally see me doing this. So the chair stays underneath me.
Gotcha.
The next mode is the everyday mode. So in this mode, this is the regular mode, the down mode. In this mode, I can get in under most tables. Sometimes my knees are real high, so I'll cross my legs. But in this mode, you can also see how jerky it is. It's not real smooth. And if you notice, my knees are way out here. So getting into an elevator and being close spaces, it's a little tough. The next mode is four-wheel drive mode. In four-wheel drive mode, I can go out into the grass. As long as my foot plate clears, I can go up to a curb or a single step and go over it. I mean, what stops a wheelchair? About 1.5 inches of anything to stop a wheelchair. There's another mode similar to this, which I will not demonstrate, called the chair or stair mode, which I actually back up to a set of stairs. It's physically intensive because you got to lean back and catch the rail and sort of rock and pull yourself. Elevator, stairs, elevator. In an emergency, they shut down the elevators, so we could do stairs in an emergency. Now, off the ship and the ports, there's no such thing as ADA when you're outside the Americas, because the Americas with Disability Act. Most places are pretty accessible, can't really complain. The roads are not like in the United States, sometimes they're really rough. But this is our 33rd cruise in 32 months, so we use this a lot. Around the ships are pretty accessible. Make sure if you're in a wheelchair that you do get a wheelchair accessible cabin, because they have wider doors. I cannot fit through a normal 22-inch door or whatever it is.
How far in advance do you have to book your wheelchair compliant room?
I would book it as soon as possible. There's only a few on the ship people who will get in scooters and go zip around the ship, and they'll be like, "Oh, I just don't feel like walking on the ship." And oh, by the way, we can get the accessible cabin if we use the scooters, which means you and I get, shorted out or ripped off of being able to go on a cruise. We have gone on some cruises short notice. We have gone some cruises that we planned 1.5 years in advance. But once we have the accessible cabin, we really haven't had any kind of issues. The accessible cabin has a big bathroom that we can get into with our chairs, turn around, shower handles, they've got toilet handles, they have extra room around the beds. So the accessible cabins are very nice. Which we have met sooner, I would have given you a tour of our accessible cabin. But it is what it is.
And then what about Coco Cay? Did you have any obstacles there?
Coco Cay is a beach.
The beach?
I'm a paraplegic. I cannot stand, so I can't transfer to one of those low beach chairs. See the beach chairs with the big tires? If they had a lift, I could do it. But to span that gap from my chair to that seat, and it's down low, it's very difficult. Usually those beach chairs go to people who can stand up and maybe take a step, but being a paraplegic, I just fall right on the ground.
So you'd have to use your chair?
Yes, and I don't go on the beaches with it.
Okay.
Now, if it was packed sand, then yeah, maybe. They've got new tires that are wider, but they make the chair 4 inches wider, which means even accessible doors aren't as accessible. I can't go into my van with a width of 4 more inches. I barely make it right now. So if you've got a way of carrying it without going through a ramp, if you have a trailer, then yeah, that might work for you. But Mobius Mobility out of New Hampshire, they're the ones who designed it. They're the ones who, set it up, got with Toyota, take care of everything. And they're fantastic. They're now accepted by Medicare, Medicaid, VA benefits, private insurance.
Awesome.
If you're going to pay for it out of pocket, you're looking between $37,000 and $40,000.
Well, thank you so much. I get so many questions about whether or not the cruise ships are ADA compliant. So thank you for sharing with me and my viewers.
And cruise ships must be ADA compliant if they come into the waters of the United States.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.